Hey YouTube, this is Brian from Custom Fast RC. Bringing you another video tonight. I'd like to start out with an apology. Haven't posted anything in about 2 months. Sorry about that, guys. Life's been pretty crazy. Mom's been in the hospital for almost a year now. She had a lung transplant and things have not been going well at all for her. Been spending a lot of time there, 10 hours at work, and trying to do what I could do to get some of these builds done and out of the way. Been working on something for All Day Dre from the Detroit Motor City RC Club. I think it's a 2000, maybe 2002 Serpent Impact. Total custom job. Custom chassis, custom top plate, anodized orange. That's about all I'm going to tell you about that for right now until we do the video. Got another one going on for Rockbud right now, 977. Just give you a little hint on that one. We got some hot pink anodizing going there. So that video will be coming up soon. So yeah, I've been extremely busy. I'm going to try to keep videos going a little bit quicker than 2 months. That's about it for that part. What you got in front of you is a Slash 4x4. Like I tell everybody that asks me, I want to get an RC, what should I get? I always tell them the Slash 4x4. This platform, there's so much you could do with it. Like I said in past videos, road cars, drag racers, anything you could think of, a Slash 4x4 will definitely cover it. This is the LCG version. The last Slash I did was the original version. Somebody asked me if I could do a crawler. They didn't think I could do it, so I figured I'd give it a shot and see what I could come up with. All the diffs are locked. It's geared way down. And she definitely crawls. I've driven it a couple times already. An extremely fun RC to mess around with. The body is a Proline Bronco, Ford Bronco. I actually got the inspiration to do this body from Dan P. He had done a couple Bronco bodies, and I just figured it'd be pretty cool to do one. Went with the black and the gunmetal gray from Traxxas paint. Like I said, I've used that paint for probably a year now, and it's just an awesome brand paint to use. Whenever I do dual colors, I let one color dry for at least 24 hours before I put the other color on. I don't know if some of you guys have a problem with paint bleeding through onto other colors. I used to have that same problem. I was impatient, couldn't wait, and I paid the price by ruining a body. So yeah, if you want to do dual colors, let that first color set overnight, and things will work a whole lot better for you. This front bumper I got on here is from Proline. They do have wide ones and narrow ones. There are two different types to choose from. They're not necessarily made for the Slash. They're made for the E-Revo, E-Max, the Wraith. So I had to do a lot of custom trimming and fitting to get this one to work on this vehicle. The fog lights are from Proline also. They are not wired in yet, but I do plan on putting lights on this vehicle. I did buy a light kit for it. The wheels you see here are 2.2s from Intigi. I bought them about a year ago. Didn't buy them for anything in particular. I just thought they were a real cool looking wheel. I knew I'd use them on something. So I went ahead and used them on the Ford Bronco. The tires are from Axial. They're the Rock Lizards. I don't think they make them anymore. They've been really hard to find. I bought 2 sets of these around the same time I bought the wheels. I do have a soft foam in there. I do have some side view mirrors I'm going to stick on there eventually. So I still do have some work to do with this. It's not complete yet, but it's definitely drivable now. Take the top off. loose here. Alright. The shocks I have in here from Intigy also. The 110 millimeter, they are crawler shocks, piggybacks, and they are true piggybacks. There's a reservoir that goes through this whole thing here that holds shock fluid. I did like a dual stage spring setup. These springs weren't stiff enough, even adjusted all the way down to handle this heavier vehicle. So I put a smaller spring in there. I think that spring is from a 16 scale Traxxas Slash. So when it goes down, it will catch those red springs and stiffen things up quite a bit. The front shock tower is actually a rear shock tower. I ran 2 rear shock towers to accommodate these longer shocks. There we go. And I would imagine you could run 2 front shock towers if you wanted to do a suspension setup on a road version of the Slash. The axles, I went with the MIPs again. They're probably one of the strongest axles out on the market right now. Never had a problem with them. Went with the stock turnbuckles. I'm starting to learn that the stock turnbuckles are probably your strongest turnbuckle out there. I've tried the aluminum ones on that last Slash build. I had a viewer tell me that they were garbage, that the balls would pop out, and he was right. They are garbage, so do not even waste your money on them. They look nice, they are cool, but they're definitely not as durable as the stock turnbuckles. As you can notice, I dyed the chassis. Most of us know about that technique. Use the RIT dye that you can get from your local grocery store. Don't boil it too long, you will soften the chassis. Went with the Tekin Pro 4 HD 1850 kV. It is censored. And I went Mamba Max Pro. The Mamba Max Pro definitely, if you want a real nice speed controller for a crawler, even for an axial SCX10, this ESC does have crawler settings. Actually, I had full drag brake on here, let go of the throttle, and the thing started doing cartwheels. The brakes came on so hard, so had to come up off that drag brake quite a bit. The servo I got on here is the Monster Torque 500 ounce. With the front diffs being locked up, it is definitely harder to turn this heavy truck. Tried a couple different servos before this one and they just couldn't do the trick. Savox, by the way. Proline body mounts. A lot of the Slash bodies for the, or Proline bodies for the Slash do require these special body mounts. They're not the prettiest things, but they do the trick. Put a support bar up here, more for mounting things than anything. I think Jess 34753 was the first to come up with something like this. I'm not sure. But then I could add some more batteries up here to mount my lighting kits or GPS, whatever I want to do. I got room to mount things. Eliminated the rear bumper. It was dragging on things as I was going over, so we just got rid of it all the way together. You still needed these parts right here, so I had to cut that off and mount them back on there. It's to help hold everything together back there. I forgot to take the cover off, damn it. But anyways, running Mod 1 gearing. Got a 44 tooth spur in there. Got rid of the slipper clutch. And I'm running a 10 tooth pinion, Mod 1. So she's about as bulletproof as she can get for over-the-counter stuff anyways. MIP axles, Mod 1 gearing. I got the Techno center drive shaft in there. You can't really see it, but from what I hear, that's about one of the strongest ones you could get for the Slash. Still too close on this thing here. I guess that's about it. But yeah, this build was a pain in the butt all the way through. Got all stainless steel screws from RC Screws. I think that's the name of the company. Marine grease in the diffs. Packed everything full there. It is not waterproof yet, but I plan on doing that in the future. Went with the STRC aluminum bell cranks. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Can't think of anything else here. As always, if you got any... Oh, almost forgot. Onboard audio. This is a Sense S1. Team Associated sells it under their name, but I think you could get it without the Associated name. I'm not sure about that. They got a website you could download a whole shitload of different sounds: sports cars, turbos, brakes, horns, it's all kinds of stuff, diesel. It's a pretty neat onboard audio setup. It sounds as close to life as you can get. I compared it to the Traxxas onboard, and some of the sounds on this one definitely sound a little bit better than the Traxxas. So we will have the effect of a running motor. Plan on going out this Sunday with RC Persuader. He's going to take me to the place he took his family where they run their crawlers. So I should have a run video up before next week Wednesday, providing that the weather's decent. Well, I can run up to 4-cell. This 1850 will probably take 5-cell, but I don't want to take any chances of burning anything up. I've been running it on 3-cell, and it's plenty. 3-cell is plenty with this build. She crawls as slow as a snail, and it'll get up to about 35 miles an hour with the way it's set up right now. Extremely fun RC to play with. So well, that's about it for now, guys. Like I say, always, if you have any questions, I'm willing to help you out as best I can. Until next time, you guys have a good night. Later.